Okay, and my understanding is that when it says preparing to live stream the seminar, it's already actually live. So welcome everybody to the Node.js benchmarking team meeting for November 12th, 2019. We probably going to have a short agenda today and an informal one at that. The one item that is coming up that we have kind of thought about talking about is the benchmarking survey. And let me just try and get that shared here. Oh, this is Zoom. Okay, let me start the Google Chrome here. There we go. So where did I put that? So github.com Node.js benchmarking. Let me just do this and then start sharing my screen more. Nope. Where the heck is the screen sharing thing? Share. Yes, share screen. Okay. So let's see here. We have in the issues, I think, is where we have that, right? Popularity survey. Here it is.
Also
Okay.
capture these minutes.
Sorry?
We should also capture this minutes. But anyway, we can do that later. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I need to sign in with a different account to actually see this. Because like it doesn't show me the results. This is a bit of an issue. How do you sign in with a different one? Okay, sign out, I guess. I hope this doesn't kill my thing. All right, so geez, how do you sign into this thing?
We
It
can
doesn't have any. It doesn't have any UI. Oh wait, I know. Gmail.com.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna sign in with my own because I believe it was there that I had access. Oh no, do I have my phone? Oh, it let me in without. Okay, that's weird. It let me in without two-factor authentication. No. Okay, so now we go back to GitHub Node.js benchmarking. This guy. Okay. Actually, I don't need that tab. And now, moment of truth. Does it actually work? Yes, I think. Oh yeah, responses. Okay, so finally, did I not just click on responses?
You
Hello.
did.
Finally.
You clicked on responses.
Oh, 7 responses. That's one more response than last time. Okay. So I have a really slow internet connection, it would seem. Okay. All right. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Hopefully,
Yes.
I can see.
just 1 second, folks. Just 1 second. I have a small interruption here that will go away within the minute. Okay, so this is what we've had, and this is also recorded as a spreadsheet. So I guess we can kind of use this to sort of inform our decision about what benchmarks to run in a timely fashion. And a lot of them are like never. So
So the way to interpret this is people who have looked at this or used this. How many people or how often? Is that how?
yeah, basically, yeah, and not only whether they have used it at all, but how much they have used it. So for example, the deep equal buffer thing, they've used it for a better part of a year, right? So two of the 6 people who have responded here have used it for the better part of a year. So that's a fairly strong indication, right? Whereas you know, a purple isn't as strong, you know, that kind of thing. So
Okay.
over
So
here,
I
this
think
is
that,
only one person.
yeah, so that all year long and never they seems to be like almost the same color, but okay, that's a different.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this one is almost never this deep equal object, um,
I was
and
actually
so forth.
surprised. I mean, people do use JavaScript operations like comparison and equal to quite a bit,
Yeah,
comparing the
exactly.
object. Yeah, but they don't do deep inspection or deep equality, I guess.
Well, they do for buffer,
They
right?
do for buffer, yeah.
So yeah. So basically, the red ones are strong indications, and so you know, and I think yeah, I guess this is not buffer anymore. This is, yeah, deep equal primitives and objects. So yeah, so they've used that a little bit, but basically these are the responses, and I just wanted to run these by you, and I don't know, do you
Yeah.
guys have access to this, like read write, so you can also see these, because this may
Um,
be
I
relevant.
no, I don't. If it's under your account, then if you
I don't
could,
know how to share. This thing has a totally different UI from the rest of Google Docs, because I would love to share this, but I don't know how.
You have the on
More,
top right, yeah. Yeah.
this thing, you think? Make a copy,
add
print,
No, no,
add,
no,
collaborators,
no.
oh, add
Can you?
collaborators.
add collaborators. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So let me add y'all. There's you, and then uh, there's you, and I think that's it, right?
Yeah, for now, yeah.
We could
Okay.
put all the members of the benchmark group.
Yeah, we could, but I don't know if I have all their emails.
Yeah, email probably is not there. They
Yeah,
just
and
And if you,
I don't know honestly if they are as active as they
yeah.
appear to be.
Last at least whole year, last whole year, none of them have been active.
So maybe you can update them as well. I think they'd be okay with being moved to emeritus, but maybe we should ask them. Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess you
I
should
know.
send them an email and see if they'd be okay with it
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
moved to emeritus. But anyway, for now, y'all are in here,
yeah. Okay.
and I'm going to send this, and then
So,
hopefully we can
yeah, so let's
agree.
look at what is the strongest one. Are they just one or two?
Um. Well,
Then
okay. So
yeah, I don't see anything more than even 30% or 40, 50%.
yeah. So okay. So yeah, there haven't been a lot of responses, right? Like there's been a total of 7. So
Yeah.
can
that's
we
not a
see
lot of data.
who answered?
Yeah. So I think this is probably the strongest one, right? Because out
Mhm.
of 6 responses, 2 of them said they've been using this benchmark for the better part of a year, right? So I think we should look at the ones that have red in them first, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Gabriel, do we know who answered? Because maybe part of the people that answered are part of the benchmarking group.
Well,
So I'm not. So
yeah,
um, yeah,
and the issue, where did that issue go now? Let me go to issues. So this issue, I actually echoed this. I echoed this in a core issue or somewhere. Wait, where was that? Node.js release, but I'm fairly certain that I echoed this in the core repo. I'd have to find the comment that I made in the core issues or the core repo issues for this. But so all the collaborators are aware. I don't know who specifically answered because it was intentionally made to be an anonymous survey,
Oh,
but
okay.
the audience was the collaborators.
Okay.
So it could be any of the collaborators.
No, but I know I was just thinking about we can get an indication about the members, the ones who are active here. But yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so then so far we have these 2 that have red in them. This is for a couple of months. That's not so bad. These are fairly well. There's an all year long here from one person, and this is assert deep equals set. So okay, so this is probably somebody who's working on assert. And then here's another one, deep equal typed array. So there's a lot of deep equal going on. Here's one that's all year long, for the better part of a year, all year long. So did, okay, this one is a little weaker, buffer base 64 decode, because it's only for a couple of months. So this one may not be that relevant. This one is about the same, perhaps even less. Yeah, base 64 isn't gaining much traction. So then buffer byte length again, buffer, not surprisingly. This one is a little weaker, but it looks like buffer is I mean, not surprisingly, it's fairly popular, right? So this one is concat is not that important.
Yeah, but the whole goal is that, so look, okay, I'm just not going through the whole list. I'm assuming that you have the all the benchmark list here,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Uh, so which are probably hundreds and or thousands maybe. So within buffer, if you say take the top level directory, let's say buffer or top level characteristics, buffer, assert, then within that we can see maybe one or two in each category, or maybe
Yeah,
few,
yeah,
handful of them, right?
yeah.
So that's something we can pick out, choose, let's say 20% or some number. If there are more than 20% people interested or used in each category, let's pick those. Just if we have to start this, then those are the one we'll start with.
Yep. Yep, that's what it looks like. Yeah, I can. There's a spreadsheet associated with this that Google keeps in sync with the responses. So I can open that spreadsheet. I forget where the link is now for it. Yeah, right here. View responses in sheet.
Yeah, then we can filter out. Let's give me the names in each of them with more than 20% or something like
Yeah.
that, and then we can. That's the list we can start with. That would be my, at least something I think would be useful, but
Okay.
not it's not still not very strong. I imagine that we are supporting so many features, but they are not as strong as I imagine. But nevertheless, if it's if more than 20%, let's pick them and let's start with, because we have to track them at some point, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I was thinking like, maybe we can assign scores to each one of these, right?
Mhm.
And then let's see how many points they all acquire, and then we can have like a simple way of comparing them, right?
Yeah, correct, yeah.
So kind of get like a popularity going. So that's okay. That's something that I can probably do for next time, and then just copy this sheet over, because I don't think it's going to be moving much, but I don't want to jeopardize it getting out of sync with the actual responses, because there may be some Google magic behind it. Like there's more stuff is going to show up here, right? And I don't want that to break that.
Yeah.
And so I just copy the sheet, and I just give it some scores, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, so and then we can, what next step we can take once we apply the score, we can take this small now filtered list with some filter on saying, hey, more than 20%. And then that's something we can again send it out to various groups
Yeah.
and say, this is what we think we should start with because this is how the response was. And then, and let's integrate that. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like a good to-do item. All right. So this is what I had for today. How about Octavian? How are you doing with Node.js?
Thank you for the question. So I didn't have too much time to do too much. Node.js, however, has some issues that we are trying to solve them. It's related to Mongoose. We would like to update that. And I also would like to follow up on an older issue that is related to the fact that on the site we do not see all the Node.js versions running well under Node.js. So that's also an issue that should be dealt with. We have an issue open for this.
Okay. Got a number?
It should be here. Something, just a second. Um,
Hey, Gabriel, while you're Octavian searching, do you have access to the infrastructure machines? You do, right?
I don't.
Oh, you
Uh,
don't.
no,
Okay.
not no. I only have access to the CI and only to start jobs. So, but I mean, anybody can pretty much request access to the infrastructure machines. It's just, you know, you have to go through the proper channels. Like you can file like an issue. Um, I think a good place to start would be the build working group, because they know the infrastructure best.
Yeah,
So if
because what Octavian describing that issue, Node DCI seems to be having problem with couple of node builds. For example, the canary build or master build. So he wants to, and I looked at the log file. It seems to be uh, some port issue. So it is, if it is possible, someone needs to go and kind of try to run it by hand using that particular node version and see whether the issue goes away or reproducible. And there might be some orphan process from long time running and
right.
causing the issue. So there's something like that. So that's why that's when I think Octavian can solve that issue.
Okay. Yeah. So Octavian, if you need infrastructure access, I think if you opened an issue on Node.js/build,
Mm-hmm.
and you explained what the situation is, I'm sure that they'll be able to help you out. And
Mm-hmm.
there's also an IRC channel on Freenode called hash node dash build, if I remember correctly. And all the build folks are there, so you can ping them there, and they can help you with this.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The number of the issue is 281. I just copy pasted in the messaging
Oh wait,
area.
but so okay, yeah. Let me copy it from there, because it doesn't seem to be in this repo, like in Node.js.
No, it's in a
Uh,
benchmarking issue.
oh, it's benchmarking. Okay.
Issues slash 21 281.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So it looks like a MongoDB did not start at
Yeah,
that
that's what
point.
it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So someone needs to go and just try it by hand to see whether it's, because I tried it and I cannot reproduce on my local machine. Of course, there has to be something on that machine, either orphan process or something else.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the way I did it when I needed access to any machine, like I in general I needed access to CI machines, because one of my PRs wasn't building on one time it was Mac OS, the other time it was AIX. And so what you do, at least what I did for CI, is that I opened an issue on build, and I requested that they add my SSH public key to those machines, and then you get the IP of the machine after they've added your public key. And then you can log into the machine. You get a username, and with your public key you log in, and then you poke around, and then when you're done, you in the issue you comment that you are done using your public key and that they please remove it. And so what they do then is they remove your public key and they close the issue. So that is the procedure for gaining temporary access to one of the machines.
Yeah, but that
I
means
see.
you can only access from one machine, right? The whichever machine you have created your public key.
Well, I mean, your public key is public, right? So wherever you have your private key is the machine from which you
Yeah,
can access, right?
yeah, yeah.
So that's how it's worked for me, and I think the build folks would be okay doing that for you as well, Octavian, if you just open the issue.
Sure. Thank you very much. Thank you for this.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so do we have anything else on the agenda?
I
I
don't have.
don't.
All right. Okay, so thank you all for
Is there
joining.
anyone watching on YouTube? Do they have any questions?
Oh, let me check. Oh boy, how do you check that? Oi, 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 oi.
Let me go.
Huh.
Hold on.
Is this it?
I think I see attendance 0. Panelists 3 and
Yeah,
attendees 0.
but on YouTube, yeah. Can you please check? Because I can never figure out where our streams are on YouTube.
Yeah,
Oh
I
no,
think
that's
it's
an API.
Node.js benchmarking.
So let me go to switch account. I'm not even logged in. How am I not logged in? Oh well. Yeah, I don't know if you can check. Please do.
I think Octavian just did, so it looks like there's no one watching. So I think we are done.
I see something for October 23. Okay, so October 23 is there. But I don't know if we are already indexed. So maybe it takes some time a little bit to index these things.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to. Yeah, you can find it afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, if there are questions, I'm sure we can follow up in the comments.
Yeah.
So there's a channel called. Let me post it if you want to know. But no questions. No questions. Looks like okay.
Okay. All right. If we're good, then shall we call it?
I guess.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Talk to you all later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you, Octavian.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, Gabriel.
Yep.
Will you? Do you want me to capture this in the Google Docs, or how do you want to do it?
Yes, please, if you could.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that procedure is done. You've hosted before. This is my first time hosting this meeting, so.
Okay, I will update the Google Doc this time for sure.
Okay, please, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.